This is Earl Chopper Media, and this your low cryptic. So last weekend I went to go visit the homie Tiny Train, and so he ain't got access to see my YouTube channel. So I'm telling him about my channel. I've been telling Cuz and shit, and he in like a lot of my stories I talk about Cuz and shit. So I was telling him all the stories I did with Cuz and shit. So Cuz telling me, you gotta go hard, channel and shit, give him that. Give him that good shit. So he was saying, then he was like, hey, do that story about the town trip and Barrett, the Canberra, the town trip. So when he said that, I started busting out laughing. We both started busting out laughing. That shit was comedy, cause you would have to be there. Like you had to be there to understand. Like this shit was comedy, right? So I'm like, you sure you want me to do that shit, cuz? He like, yeah, cuz, go ahead and just tell him, cuz. I'm like, all right. So this is back when I was in Barrett, right? It's like my first time in Barrett, and we was all up in Charlie Dorm. We was cryptic. It was me, T-Fro, Olayo, Tiny Dirt, rest in peace, Tiny DC, and it was a couple of other niggas. I don't know if they name good. I ain't gonna say their name like that, but yeah. A couple other niggas and shit, but we all up at Barrett and shit. So they got this thing called Town Trip, right? Where I went on Town Trip a gang of times because I've been at Barrett 3 times. I went to Town Trip. They had different kind of town trips, like where they take like a gang of niggas from Barrett basically, and they put them all in a van and they go to certain little events. Like some niggas went to little fashion shows. Some niggas went to like little job fairs and shit, like, So, on this town trip, basically, and they take all the hats. So, when we was in Charlie, the homie was a hat. I was a team leader. So, the homie had the gold hat. I had the black hat. I was like on team 2 or something. He was like team 3. But, like, it's like, I don't know, it's probably like 6 in each dorm or 8. I don't know. Basically, they take all the team leaders and hats and they put them on a van and they all go they go to town trips and shit, like certain little events and shit that happen. It's every few months and shit. Anyway, so we go on the town trip and I don't know where the fuck we went on this town trip. I know it was somewhere Upper County, like Carlsbad or Fallbrook. I don't know where the fuck. It was somewhere Upper County though, and we went to a school, like a high school, and it was like a play. Went to a little play. And so we go up there. And it's some other shit. It's like other stories in between this story. I don't know if I should say it. I might as well. I don't know. Like, it probably ain't got nothing to do with it. But it was like, when I was in Barrett, it was an essay from National City. They call him Lil Nino. It kept kind of racist. I ain't really like it. I know the homies remember Cuz and shit, but I ain't really like Cuz. I had got to it Cuz. A couple of little cases and shit, but it was this essay. It's crazy. It was an essay from Southeast, but the nigga was black. He was black and Mexican. He's light skinned. His last name Williams. He got a twin brother. They look just like each other. Light skin, and they got like ponytail. They got long hair. They always keep it in one braid. Last name Williams, but they from Southeast, so they're like a little tiger crew. They essays though, But he was in Barrett. But long story short, so when we went to the town trip, on the way there, the nigga Lil Nino ended up getting down with the essay. Basically he ended up being beat up. I was kind of laughing at that. I was kind of happy too because I wanted Cuz to get packed up, but he got beat up by his enemy. That shit was comedy. I was on the way there, so on the way back, so or we get to the play and shit. We see a little. It's like a gang of white people. We went to the high school. We see the little play and shit. I remember we outside afterwards. We trying to look for cigarettes on the ground and shit. We was doing all kind of burnt shit. But now we ended up on the way back. It's already nighttime. And I forgot to tell y'all the little vans they used to put us in. It's like the little jail vans. It got the little cages like it looked like a regular little. It's like the little bus. Like you go in, it look like it got the little regular seats on both sides, but the way in the back of the bus has got the little cage. It's like a 4-man cage, and cause that's where Nino and the essay from Southeast ended up getting down back there. So on the way back, we all sit back there. It's me, the homie T4, it's the homie Dante Grant. He from Black Mob. They call him Stick Up. But Cuz pressing the West Side. I mean, Cuz in there rolling with us and shit, with the Lux and shit. But I think he was in a different dorm with like the Crosstown niggas. All the Lux was in, all the Crips was in Charlie. All the Bloods was in, there was an Alpha dorm working in the kitchen and shit. So, but it's a nigga named Jay Vicious from Emerald. Cuz was an Alpha dorm. He was like a hat over there. He ended up coming over like to the town trip and shit, right? So anyway, on the way back, we all in the cages, me, T4, and a Stick Up and like another nigga. Yeah, we all in the back. And it's pitch black back there. We all like on the freeway. We on the way back to Barrett. And fucking, it's pitch black. Then like one of the essays in front, like in front of the cage, he called back there. He like, hey, that fool Willis said he trying to get down with one of y'all. Willis is the nigga Jay Vicious. So me and T4 like we look at each other. So I got this kid. I'm like, cause somebody would have to leave the cage. Cause the cage didn't stay locked. You could just open and go sit up. So somebody would have to leave the cage to come in. So I was telling the homie like this, hey, go out. I got this cuz. So he like, nah, cuz I got this. So me and the homie going back and forth, we arguing like, cuz who gonna fight this nigga? I'm like, cuz I got this, bro. Like, it ain't nothing. He's like, nah, I got this, cuz. He like, nigga been always mean mugging me in the chow hall, all kind of shit. So I'm like, all right, cuz. All right, bro. So I ended up leaving the cage. Bam. Go out. The nigga Jay Vicious going. Bam. Cage closed. As soon as it closed, all you hear scuffling shit. So I'm sitting down and I'm trying to look back. I'm trying to lick, but I can't really see. It's dark. So they back there scuffling. And remember, the cage is small as fuck. Like, so they on their feet and they back there knuckling up, and they like next to each other. Like they in the middle and there's two niggas behind them and they in the middle. I'm trying to watch the shit. So it's all loud and shit. So fucking it was Officer Hall that was it was Officer Hall, Officer Corder. I think Corder was the driver. The Officer Hall is a white officer. But the nigga came out the cage in the front, you know, with the officer shit. I remember he shining light. He's shining light back there. Everybody head straight, like everybody normal, like acting normal and shit. That shit was kind of like everybody straight. Bam. He like, hey man, y'all cut it out back there, man. Y'all stop horse playing. Woo. Shine the light, bam. Bam, he go back in the cage. As soon as it closed, niggas over there socking each other up. So bad after they done. Now I'm sitting down, I'm waiting to go back in the cage, waiting on this nigga to come out. So Cuz come out. I end up going back in there, but when he coming out, I hear him like, I hear him like sniffling and shit. I don't really know, but I go back in the cage, man. What's up, Cuz? He like, tell him, the homie, I'm like, you get Cuz? He like, I busted Cuz snot box. I mean, he busted Cuz nose and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why he was over there. I'm like, yeah, Cuz, you got Cuz? Like, yeah, Cuz. I'm like, you straight, Cuz? He like, yeah. So, bam. Get back to Barrett. It's already nighttime, like lights out. Everybody already sleep. So we just had to go, like, get on our bunks and shit. I mean, get on our bunks and then go to sleep for the night. So next morning, wake up, you know, you gotta do the head calls and shit. Niggas go to the bathroom, brush their teeth, all that shit, wash their face, get ready for breakfast and go to school. But everybody waking up, lights on, everybody getting up, going about the bed. I hear the homies on live on them and Tiny C. They over there, like, what the fuck, cuz? like they laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I ain't really know what's going on. Homie T4 walk out the bathroom, cuz this nigga eye like I'm like, oh, this nigga eye was big as fuck, bro. His whole shit was black, purple, and the homie real light skin, cuz he bright as fuck. So that shit was like, man. So I'm like, damn, cuz, what the fuck? So, like, it didn't take long for the officers to catch on. So they ended up pulling Cuz to the side, like, what happened, this and that. He like, oh, I hit my head on the bunk, on the edge of the bunk last night, yada, yada. I don't know, he tried to play it off. So they're like, man, they know something happened, but they can't really prove it. That shit's kind of... They like, you need like medical? Like, you know, did you go to the thirst? Nah, I'm cool. He like, nah, I'm straight. So, man, we get back. We go to like school, so I'm like, hey, what happened, Kyle? He was like, oh, I didn't know, Kay. He like woke up, his shit was, I'm like, damn, Kay. I'm like, man, I told you should let me get Kay. Nah, that shit was crazy though, man. And the homies that was there, they know that shit was funny as fuck. That shit, you know what I mean? Hey man, you had to be there, man. That shit was comedy. So yeah, that's the story right there, cuz.